This tank is racking up kills on these SCVs and really punishing Peanut's economy. She has to bring in these Marauders to come and take out this tank, and the tank's not even siege moded, it's just popping SCVs left and right. It had 7 or 8 kills on it before it went down, and we can see her economy is actually in deep trouble where he's still got plenty of SCVs at his, but her economy, she's only pulling in 300 to 200 minerals every minute now with all those SCVs there. She's going to have to resaturate this natural expansion if she hopes to catch back up. McAwesome has taken the opportunity that he bought himself some time to expand up here to his natural as well, so his economy is going to be even further ahead. Peanut really needs to muster up some forces somehow, make a counterattack, find this expansion. That would be ideal. Oh, McAwesome is actually... He's putting down 2 more refineries, 2 more starports, so he's going for a heavy air build. My guess is that he's going to be... It's one of 2 things. It's either going to be Vikings or Reapers. Sorry, not Reapers. Vikings or Banshees. So he's got 2 more starports going down. Peanut is building a 2nd starport as well, probably expecting air at this point. Her ground defenses are too good for him to just stay with going bio, so she's probably expecting air. He's putting down another starport. He's got 3 starports right here. 2 are going to be over here, so that's a total of 5 starports. I'm guessing Banshees. We've got to see what kind of add-on he puts down. If he puts down a reactor core, we can expect Vikings. But if he puts down a tech lab, then we can expect Banshees. So let's see what he's actually going to drop on his starports here. We got 1 reactor, but that's the one he built earlier for his medevacs. We got no other add-ons for his starports. He's building more refineries to get more and more gas. His economy is pumping really strong right now. Peanut is collecting roughly the same amount of gas right now, and her economy is picking back up too because these mills are really helping out. She's got a siege tank down here to defend from any other drops. Planetary Fortress should help as well. Protect that siege tank. And the siege tank will in turn protect the planetary fortress. It's a good little defensive setup. She's got more tanks. She's got a decent little force here. She needs to move that out and do something with that before McAwesome is allowed to build up too much. You can't just let him macro up the way he is. He's sieging up right here for some reason. I don't see any threat that could actually land or anything right there at the moment. He's loading up a couple of medevacs with some forces. I keep wanting to say dropships. I'm sorry. I keep pausing on the word medevac. Peanut has moved out her forces in the meantime. She's standing right in the middle of the map. I think she's planning on expanding right here. I don't think expanding would be a good idea before she's actually saturated her main and her natural again. She needs to get lots more SCVs in her main and in her natural before she decides to come and expand. I'm hoping she moves these up here to spot this expansion. McAwesome, in the meantime, is doing a very good job of macroing up, keeping his... well, no, he's not keeping his resources low. He's got minerals, and lots of them in the bank. About 2,000 or so. Peanut does have a couple of SCVs out here. One holding gas, one holding minerals. Oh, on the lower left, I almost missed this. The drop... the medevacs are coming around back. They're going to come try and take out this expansion. They're probably going to be able to do a lot more damage if he drops somewhere like right here. He'll get attacked by the tank, but if he drops like right here, he can do a lot of damage because there's no defense. He does scan up here to see if there's any tanks on the ridge, so I'm guessing he's going to drop about right here. Alright, so he drops here. Planetary Fortress is taking a lot of damage. McAwesome knows he needs to take that out if he's going to do if this is going to be a successful harass. But you can see the amount of damage the Planetary Fortress is dealing to these poor Marauders. These Marauders are doing as much as they can. The SCVs are repairing the Planetary Fortress. We do have medevacs overhead healing the Marauders. Meanwhile, Peanut has moved an attack force up here to attack this expansion. He is lifting off all of his buildings and sending them home. Back at Peanut's natural expansion, the Planetary Fortress, these Marines, that tank were enough to defend this expansion. The Planetary Fortress has a ton of HP, a ton of armor. It can absorb a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage itself. Peanut, on the other hand, has taken out this natural expansion effectively. She's forced him to move all of his buildings away. She didn't destroy any of them, but it has taken that expansion out of the equation. It is no longer producing resources for McAwesome at the moment. But he did get his buildings away from that attack, so kind of exchanging a little bit there, exchanging economy. Oh, she really needs to get these SCVs back in pumping. She's only pulling in 120 minerals per minute, so she needs to get these mining again, and she has indeed put them back on the mineral line. So she's gotten on the ball on that. She probably could have been a little bit faster, but was probably a little bit distracted by the attack over here. I do like that she has shut down this expansion, and I also really like McAwesome's reaction time to that. I mean, he knew he couldn't defend it, so he just lifted off his base. That's one of the advantages of being Terran. He lifts off his buildings and comes and brings them back home. His main is almost completely mined out, meaning he's only going to have 1 base mining, whereas Peanut's going to have 2, although this one's not really all that saturated. She's kind of got 1.5 bases mining. and another one already up, so she can begin saturating this as well. She can probably pull back ahead in this game if she can get both those bases saturated, and if she can spot these Banshees. She's got, well, she has to know. She attacked this one. She must have damaged this one in the attack over here. So, okay, so she knows he has Banshees. She's got to get some missile turrets down. Aha! And she is. She's got 2 SCVs building missile turrets. Good timing. Really good timing. So she's got her engineering bay down. She needs to get some more turrets over here, though, because if those Banshees... if she knows her opponent is scanning a lot. She knows her opponent knows what her base looks like. If McAwesome has any idea that there's no anti-air over here, he could just absolutely decimate the main. Or even... oh, no, he can't decimate this expansion because there's a... missile turret there. Here come the Banshees. Banshees are very weak units. They are not very durable. These 2 missile turrets are enough to take out all 4 of these Banshees. We can see the missile turrets begin to go to work on one of them. Oh, one of them goes down very swiftly. He is not able to get even on a single shot off with these Banshees. So he moves them, and he's moving them towards this expansion. No, he's moving them towards the main, which has no anti-air right now. She needs to scan this area with her comsat so that these Marines in this bunker can begin taking some shots. She's got a cloaked Banshee of her own right here, but it can't attack air. Banshees cannot attack air. She does scan the area. The Marines do begin attacking the Banshees. They take one out. So McAwesome is left with 3 Banshees in her base, 1 cloaked. This one's very damaged. He might be able to take it out with this Marine. They need to turn around and take out that Marine. Okay. Alright, so he takes out that Marine. And now he begins to take out the rest of her base. She has no anti-air. She's got a starport right here, a couple of starports. She's building another Banshee, but what she really needs to be building right now is this Viking. She needs to build a Viking so that she can use the comsat to detect these Banshees and then use the Viking to take out these Banshees. Meanwhile, we see that he's moved in some more Banshees to this base, but these Marines and this turret are going to be able to take them out. I think these Banshees were rallied. She's moving in for another attack. But there's nothing here to really kill, just some idle SCVs that McAwesome totally forgot about. McAwesome just left him there. There's really... she's already taken out this expansion. That expansion wasn't producing anything for him anyway, so this is kind of a moot attack. It's kind of... it's kind of a non-victory. Banshee is still managing to take out these Marines because she has no detection. Her command center is out of energy. No, her command center has tons of energy, but it goes down. She doesn't comsat with it. She should have used some of that energy to comsat. So I think that was her one way of detecting those units, because she's got a planetary fortress here and a planetary fortress here. So these Banshees are just going to town on her main base. She needs to take some of these SCVs and build some turrets around the area where the Banshees are not firing, so that the Banshees get locked in there. They can't move, so they can't do any further damage. She needs to lift off her buildings, because again, Banshees only attack ground. If she lifts off these buildings, these Banshees become useless. They can't do anything but attack the Marines, which could fight back. She's got 2 Banshees of her own coming in, but they're not going to do any good. Again, they do not attack air. She needs some of these Vikings. She's training a Viking right now. There's one right there. She's got a Viking coming out, but again, these Banshees are cloaked. She needs some means of detecting them. Meanwhile, we've got McAwesome with nothing but those Banshees. That's all he's got is those Banshees. So if she were able to take them out, she would be able to pull back ahead in this game, because she would have... well, no, it would be 1 base against 1 base at that point. So it would be an even match if she could get these Banshees down. These Vikings... the Viking finally begins firing on this uncloaked Banshee because this Banshee runs out of energy, but McAwesome has still got 4 in her base, and she can't detect them. She has no way of doing it. She's sending McAwesome is sending 2 more Banshees into her expansion, but this turret is probably going to get some shots off. No, it does not. He brings them in. Nothing can happen in that 3rd expansion because she's got a turret set up there. But these Banshees are just going to town in her main base, and I don't think there's anything much she can do. Meanwhile, if we'll take a look at the minimap, we can see that McAwesome is moving out with this sizable little ground force to attack this planetary fortress, and I don't think this planetary fortress alone, with just this paltry number of units, is going to be able to defend against this attack. And these Banshees are finishing up the job here in the main, taking out her supply depots. Peanut is now supply locked, as we can. She GG's. She GG's. She ends the game. Wow, and I gotta say that was a very exciting game. A lot was going on there. We got a few back and forth attacks. It was pretty crazy. She got caught off guard by those Banshees and just wasn't able to quite deal with it because of all of the economic harassment in the beginning. I really think she probably could have done a little bit better. Well, I don't know. I was going to say this. She probably could have done better by making this an orbital command and then using that to scan, but she had plenty of energy in this one. So, like I said, guys, it's a low level. This is one of her 5 placement matches. It's a low level game. Players are prone to make mistakes, and I have to say I really respect that the first game that she sent me was a loss. That's very respectful. That's very humble, and it was just overall a very good game. It was very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing more. She did send me another one, so I am going to cast that one sometime in the next few days. And yeah, GG. Good luck, Peanut, on your endeavors, and I'm hoping to see a ton more. Everyone else, thank you a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.